Hey everyone, how's it going? Today I am going to be doing a tutorial on zombie zoning for Black Ops 3 using Radiant. It's already been done, but I feel like I should do it just for shits and giggles, just to explain where some people have been having issues. Might be just something just getting lost in translation. So, first thing we're going to do is explain exactly what a zone is. Okay, so all the way up here. So I've just dragged mine out. A zone is basically a volume. It's a player volume. Everything has to be, player-wise, entity-wise, has to be in the volume itself in order for it to work. So when I say that, I mean so the zombies, the dogs, if you have other AI, they all have to be in here, otherwise they won't function properly. Within this, it also handles like the power-ups and such. Whereas in World of War, I think it was actually a volume you had to. It's the same thing, a volume, but it had its own specific volume for the power-ups and shit. So nice and easy. We don't have to do that now. Awesome, yay, thumbs up. And yeah, they're pretty simple. So you'll already have one when you run your test map. This one has a few KVPs, and these ones you'll have to set up per zone. There's a few things that changes. This is one of them, start zone. This is just the name of the zone, and then you can call it whatever you want. It doesn't really matter. Start zone, zone 1, you can call it fried rice. It just doesn't matter. As long as in the scripting side of things, it's the exact same name. It does have to have this script noteworthy player volume. You can copy and paste or just press spacebar to duplicate it, and it will already have script noteworthy there, but once you duplicate it, you won't have this target KVP there. So I'm going to do that exactly now. Just space, duplicates it, and it's gone. So I'm going to delete that and tell you why that happens. It happens because you can't have two. Well, actually, yes, you can. It basically just sets it back to a default sort of thing. Best way to explain it. So yeah, that's why that happens. The target is, the KVP target is saying that it's targeting the start zone spawners. Okay, well, what is that? Let's explain what that is. Spawners are basically your, well, as it says, spawners. They're the zombies. They're any AI that you put into. I'm not sure how much you know about putting in AI, but every AI has a spawner. Unless you include this, but even this has its own setup. This is the players. It doesn't target these guys though, because it is only targeting the spawners, and the spawners need to be targeted by it in order for them to function. Otherwise, they don't know what's going on. And this actually helps the zombies and the dogs and whatever know that, okay, this volume, we actually act here, or we play here, or we spawn in this area once something has been set. The default doesn't really have a flag to set because it's just the default. Basically, what I'm saying is the default setting is on, and on equals okay, yay, we're up and going. The other zones have to be activated. And you could set up the first volume to be activated, but that will cause a crash, because if the zone isn't active, the player will die. It will just crash. So yeah, that might actually be something to say about issues that you might have. Over here, if the player spawns are not in the map, not in the volume, then it will just crash, because exactly what I just said. They're not in the volume. They're just going to die straight up. And instead of showing you them dying, it's just going to full on black screen out. Anyway, moving on from that. let's discuss how we can set up a new zone and activate it. So we have here, so I've just duplicated it, start zone. We can go zone 1 or just zone. I'll put in zone 1. So that's target name, zone 1. And I'm going to make it nice and simple here and say that it's going to target, not target, target zone 1 spawners. Yeah, okay. So now that is targeting zone 1 spawners. And just to make sure that's actually correct, I'll go over to this one. Yeah, okay. That is correct. So if I had zombies in here, I'd give them the target name, zone 1 spawners, and then those two will communicate with each other, whatever you want to say about it. Like, they're connected, pretty much, as you can see in here. They're obviously connected. You'll know for sure because there will be this going on. You'll see a red line. You can see it's going. I don't think that's actually. Okay, I was looking at the wrong one. That's actually a PGB box or something. These guys. Yeah, see? They got a line going into the middle of the volume. That guy is going to spawn in thin air. We don't want that to happen. Doesn't matter really, for now anyway. Alright, so if I put them over there, I will give them the script node wherever rise a location. That just means that they rise out of the ground. You can have a few different settings for them. That's one of them. And target name, there you go, start zone spawners. And if I copy and paste it over there, I'd call it zone 1 spawners. With these the same. So that's the only thing that would change is the target name. Those would stay the same. You might have to manually put them in, but whatever, doesn't matter. Here I have a door. There's plenty of tutorials for these. You can go and have a look. You'll find them pretty easily. But this is usually given a script flag that will actually activate the zone. So here I've called it EZ1. So that's just abbreviation for me. E, enter, Z, zone 1. There we go, it's done. So that's what you'd have to do in order to activate that zone. You could put in a script multiple and then just put the script flag there, and that will basically set it up so as soon as the player touches that multiple trigger, it will activate the zone. And Ice Grenade did something on this too. He actually created his own script for it. Maybe the multiples aren't working, not too sure what's going on there, but it seems like that would actually get the desired result. Anyway, moving on again. Let's get into the scripting side of things. So we have that set up in Radiant. I just went to Radiant again. You will have to go in here, as I've done. I've called mine, it'd be your user map name. My user map name is ZM underscore. It always has to have ZM under it. You would, you know, if you've set up your own map, you know about this. It always has to have ZM underscore, whatever you want your map to be called. That's what my map's called. So let's set it up in script. We'll go down here. We have, it has to be in here. You won't have function check for power. You will have this though. This is basically the startup. This is, yeah, just the default settings. When you create a map. So down here we have ZM, zone, manager, add adjacent zone. This has to be, yeah, you have to add this. And then we have to add these two. So the first one's going to be the zone you're in, which in this case is start zone. The next one's going to be the zone you're going to, which is zone 1. I've already got that set. You can call it whatever you want. You know, doesn't matter. but just as long as they're both named the same thing, because it is case sensitive. Anything in program is case sensitive, whether that be a symbol or just a letter. You know, if it's a capital T, it has to be a capital T. Not always the case, but in most cases, just to be safe, I suggest you do it. We set this script flag, which I told you about earlier, to be EZ1. So that's what that is. Yeah. So that's what that is. And no, there's not really much else to say about this, honestly. As now you know that when you have a zone going into another zone, you'd obviously have to give it a flag and call that flag whatever you want, really, just as long as you can understand what it is. And you don't have to, but I suggest you do it for later, because you might want to know. It's no point just saying balcony, cheesecake, and then looking back when you're like a month into making the map and like, what the hell is cheesecake balcony? Yeah. Anyway, moving on. Once you've set that in there, you're pretty much ready to go. You've got your zones set up. You've got your door or whatever you're using to turn on the zone. In this case, I'm just gonna put this here for the sake of the tutorial. And I've got just a simple debris with the script flag set, CZ1, zone 1. I'm gonna save that and I'm gonna load the map, and then we'll see the final result. Alright, finally we're back in the map. So at the moment, if I try to go past that beach where I put the zone 1, I would just die because it's not activated. And these guys also wouldn't be able to reach me as well. So let's fix that, get a bit of points. Go across this bridge and buy the debris. Right, so now when I go over here, I won't die. No, all sorted. Yeah, so that's how you activate zones, is by setting the script and then using something to activate it, basically. The flag, I mean. Anyway, hope this helps. Wow, what a shitty skybox. And yeah, thanks for watching.